Channel 5 News goes live with Hannah and Hannah.
Good afternoon. I am Hannah Colvin.
And I am Hannah Hampton, and welcome to Channel 5 News.
Are chimpanzees terrorizing your children at the zoo?
And what are the effects that pink slime could have on your health?
But for now, we have a special news report on direct access and the effect it could have on the future of physical therapy and what that could mean to you.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with direct access, it is the right of the public to directly access physical therapists for evaluation, examination, intervention, without requiring a referral from another healthcare provider.
Direct access to physical therapy is another professional practice issue that is governed by state law. Direct access was first obtained in Nebraska in 1957 when that state passed a licensure and scope of practice law that did not mandate a physician referral for a PT to initiate care.
Since that time, 32 additional states have enacted or changed physical therapy practice acts to eliminate physician referral as a prerequisite for physical therapy care.
The strongest voices in support of direct access are those of physical therapy patients themselves.
Now let's go live with Nathan, our field reporter, and see what he has to say.
Thank you, Hannah and Hannah. I'm live to you here in the field. Nathan Blinn reporting on direct access. Let's see if we can find somebody. Hello, sir. Sir.
Shh, hold on. Missed it.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
Dakota.
All right. What do you know about direct access?
Direct access. That way I can go see my sister in prison anytime I'm pleased to just go up there and see her and talk to her.
No, sir. Direct access dealing with physical therapy. You know anything about that?
Physical therapy. Yeah, okay. Last year I fell out of my tree stand right up there. You see that up there? Anyway, so I fell out, I landed on my foot, went sideways. Man, guess I'm gonna have to go to physical therapy. So I went up there and they told me to go see a doctor first. It really was not good.
How did that affect you?
It made me upset. It cost me extra money to go to the doctor. It cost me time. I missed out on hunting. I'm talking about prime hunting weather. And all the doctor did was told me that my ankle was sprained. I already knew that.
All right, then. Well, thank you, Dakota. I'll let you get back to hunting.
Thank you.
All right.
Got it.
And now, let's see who else we can find. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, excuse me. Oh, I'm Nathan with Channel 5 News Team. What's your name?
It's Amy.
All right, I'm here today to ask you about direct access. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, absolutely, I do. I play softball, and I play softball all the time. I love softball. I play fall ball, I play spring ball, summer ball, whatever ball you can imagine. I'm on the church league.
All right. You love softball. Okay. And what happened?
Last summer I was playing, and I had an impingement in my rotator cuff, and I had to go to physical therapy. Well, I already knew what it was because, like I said, I love softball, and it's happened 100 times, and they sent me to the doctor. I had to get a referral from the doctor to go to physical therapy.
Oh, it's sad to hear. I hate to hear that. That's what we're talking about today. Do you have any other comments to say?
No, the only thing I have to say is it took me out of the championship all-state tournament.
All right. Well, let's get somebody else. Thank you, man. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, miss. Hello, ma'am. What's your name?
My name is Stacey. What's your name?
My name's Nathan with Channel 5 News, here today to talk to you about direct access for physical therapy. Do you know anything about that?
Direct access? I don't know anything about direct access.
Well, direct access allows you to go straight to your physical therapist instead of seeing a doctor first.
That must have been why I had to go see a doctor before I went to physical therapy when I had my ankle turned.
Do you realize that in other states you would be allowed direct access straight to the physical therapist, though?
No, I didn't realize that.
Well, possibly in the future, Alabama state laws will change. Well, here's to you, Hannah, back in the studio.
Thank you, Nathan.
And now here's a clip of Nathan having a discussion with a few health professionals supporting their point of view.
As a health professional, do you think that you have adequate training to treat an individual before they see a physician?
Yes, I believe we do. We are highly trained, highly skilled, and we're trained to recognize symptoms that could be related to underlying problems, underlying conditions that would need further diagnostic testing.
Okay, so what are some of the benefits of direct access?
Direct access, not every condition needs a doctor's referral. Lower back pain most of the time is not, there's not an underlying condition with it. So you're just making someone feel better instead of going to the doctor, getting pain medication and the like.
So you're telling me, as a new physical therapist directly out of school, that they would be able to see the underlying conditions of cancer?
Not necessarily, but a new doctor wouldn't either.
Sounds like she said that they're there to make the patients feel good. That's what it sounded like. Is that all you, so those are your qualifications, just to make the patient feel good?
No, our job is to help them reintegrate after injuries, after debilitating strokes, and things of those natures.
After injury?
After injury.
So if someone breaks their arm, they should?
Sure, they should come to a physical therapist and regain their strength, go back to pre-injury.
So they should go to you first
Of course,
and not the doctor?
after they get their arms set, of course. You know, some things, it's just, you're not circumventing as much. You're not having, you can go in a straight line right to where you need to be, instead of paying a doctor's copay and then paying a physical therapist copay and the like.
Well, I can say the same thing about you.
Of course.
A patient would need to come to me first to find out exactly what's wrong, because if they go to you first and you misdiagnose it, then they're going to have to come back to me anyway. So that's more money out of their pockets.
Of course.
And then they may or may not need your services. And if they do need your services the second time, it may not be what you initially worked on.
Of course, that's always a consideration. But in the safety aspect of it, there was a study, and 50,000 people were involved in this study, and not one person received a secondary injury or of that nature.
Okay, was it how many?
50,000 people who were referred by their physical therapist,
Mhm.
and not one had secondary issues that was not diagnosed by the physical therapist.
What kind of survey? Was that statewide? Was that over
That's
several different
nationwide.
states? Nationwide?
Nationwide.
Mhm. Okay.
And the cost of physical therapy, the healthcare costs, the benefits of direct access, you're talking about 27% have lower healthcare costs over the long run.
27%.
27%.
Out
That's
of the 100% that you treat.
Of course.
So less than a third.
Less than a third, but it's a drop. And in today's society with a lot of rising healthcare costs, that's a significant drop.
So what about the other 2/3?
The other 2/3? I don't know.
So I guess since the first third didn't need anything, I guess the other 2/3 did.
To my knowledge, probably.
So that's still more money.
Of course.
So who does it benefit?
And now we go to Hannah, who is having a discussion with our special guest.
Today we have a special guest, Laura Sanderson, who is a licensed physical therapy assistant, and we're going to be asking her some questions about what she thinks about direct access and some future trends. Laura, how do you feel about direct access and physical therapy?
I think that direct access and physical therapy would be helpful for the patients. It would cut back on cost and would shorten their time. They could get back on the field, or they can get back to work, get back to their daily lives.
Laura, how do you foresee the future of direct access and physical therapy?
I see the future is growing steadily, because we've already got 42 states that have some type of direct access in place. And the other states that don't have any, the patients would have to wait probably 4 to 6 weeks just to see a physician, and then they would have to go in and see the physical therapy.
So what do you believe is the solution to making sure that legislation is passed for these remaining states that do not have direct access?
First, we would have to get Medicare to accept the direct access, because other insurance companies watch Medicare, and if they don't have it in place, they're not going to put it in place. Two, we also need to reiterate the positive facts of direct access, and then lastly, a physical therapist could go and become doctors of physical therapy, and that would, I think that would prove to people that physical therapists should have patients should have direct access to physical therapy.
Laura, thank you so much for joining us today.
Action.
Thank you for tuning in to Channel 5. We'll see you next time.
And what do you think about the future of direct access? Dun 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 dun. That's gonna be in our clip.
Wait, hold on.
Thank you, Hannah. Let's see who else we can find. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm Nathan Blinn with Channel 5's news team. What do you know about that? Dang, I didn't even ask her name. Hello, man. I'm Nathan with Channel 5 news team. What's your name? Do you know anything about...
And now,
Hold on.
the door's going to be
Direct access and physical therapy.
I think that the
Can we
Direct-
stop that?
You got under the...